Hi, friends, and welcome to the channel. This is a podcast where I enjoy sharing my insights, and today I want to talk about selfishness. What is the most selfish act? The most selfish act is denying yourself. If you feel like your life is being postponed because you have to save money, or that you can't do what you want because there are too many people in your life that need you, or that you believe that sacrifice is pleasing others, pleasing God in the sky, or getting any kind of external reward, you are serving something that does not exist. Stick around, and we're going to be talking about the true nature of selfishness. It may be a bit audacious for me to talk about selfishness in this way, because it took me a long time to understand that I was being selfish by being egocentric. And egocentricity masquerades in forms that we don't catch ourselves in. And one of them is the idea that you're needed. This is an egocentric view of oneself, that you are integral to whatever organization, group, or relationship that you're a part of. That you can't be removed from it, and too many people depend on you. That thinking is self-denial, because you play the game of getting inside the mind, the eyes, and the hearts of everybody else around you. The center of egocentricity is seeing yourself as if cameras are on you. And it leaves you feeling that you are indispensable. That these people can't do this without me. So, you postpone what you want because you have erroneously believed these people depend on you. And that's selfishness. Any kind of postponement is selfishness. So what I have done, is started to recognize this doesn't serve me. And I never understood the parable where Jesus said you can't serve two masters. I never understood that. Many of us have this impression that God is watching. Other people are watching. That's what's called a guilt complex. And that guilt complex is a phantom entity, often called society. This is what society expects of me. They expect me to say thank you if something is done for me. Society expects me to reciprocate if I am given a compliment. I am supposed to be in some kind of transaction with you, even though I may not have asked for it. These are what you call strings attached, record-keeping kind of stuff. And it leads us to believe that Big Brother is watching. And it leads to a guilt complex. And it leads us to thinking that something called the universe can be used to get what you want. And other people can be used to get what you want. Or that you can't have what you want because your job is to serve God. This God in the sky who is demanding of you all of these obligatory things that don't exist. The phantom is obligation. This idea that you have to. You see, this boils down to one simple truth. We don't know how to trust. And we often want to say, well, do I trust in myself? Do I trust in other people? To whom do I place my trust? And trust doesn't have an object. A trusting heart is open. You trust from a consciousness that does not cling and grab and deny what wants to come through you as joy. St. Augustine put it this way, and it has often been misinterpreted. He said, "Love God and do as you please." It's that first part of it that we don't understand. Love God. What would that look like as a verb? It would mean that you do something because you are engaged in it and it serves you. You do it joyfully. Now, if you feel like it's going to be later, you're selfish. You see? Well, when I get my house, then I can feel joyful. When I get my boyfriend, I can feel. When I get my family, I can feel. No. It's the love God part that completely confuses us. Because a lot of us love an idea of ourself, our future self. I'll love myself when I get all these things. It's always a means to some kind of phantom end. And then when you get into the business of people pleasing, then you start getting into this transactional record keeping, score keeping, comparative. And you see, spiritual teachers and the church, we've fallen into this trap of systemizing good deeds. So if the universe, this thing called the universe or God or whatever, can be manipulated, we just haven't figured out the formula. And the priest will say, go say 5 Hail Marys, do an Our Father, and go work in the soup kitchen for 6 hours, and your debt is paid to society. There we go again. There's this thing about this society. What does society expect? Who the hell is society, if not you? Who the hell is this God in the sky, if not you, speaking to you through your desires, that your life is here for you to enjoy? Why would it be here for 8 billion other people to enjoy? That's the lunacy of selfishness. Something that resembles sacrifice. True sacrifice is denying joy now. That's your survival. Your very survival depends on enjoying your life now. Not living paycheck to paycheck. That's not survival. That's chasing a ghost. That's living for some kind of carrot that's dangling on the end of a bridle that you're chasing. Why would you go after a dream? Why would you go after a partner? Why would you go after a job? Why would you chase anything if you didn't believe you were number 2? Going after something tells me we're confused about the priority. And the priority speaks in love. Do what you love. Do as you please now. It doesn't say do as you please whenever everything around you is pleased. Do as you please when everything else around you is organized. You'll have the joyful life when you sprinkle some water on your forehead, say the rosary, or you go to the witch doctor and he says to spin around 3 times and throw the sassafras root over your shoulder. Then you'll have abundant life. See, abundance is not a condition. Fulfillment is not getting out of debt. Atoning for your so-called sins. Paying your debt to society. There's no such thing as a debt to society. Nobody's holding you accountable. I remember in my early years of teaching, I would feel so guilty for leaving on Friday a little bit early. The guilt. And nobody gave a shit. Nobody was watching. You have to understand the God in the sky watching, keeping score, making you pay for your heinous acts is an illusion. Selfishness is masquerading as addiction. We're addicted to pleasing people. We're addicted to the things we cannot seem to live without. And it's not until those things are pried out of your grabby hands that you'll understand that freedom is a letting go of any kind of condition, reward, anything like that. And selling yourself out is selfish. If you do it for a paycheck, if you do it for a benefit, if you do it for a like, a subscription, a wow, or whatever, you're being selfish. I remember one time when I was younger, my parents never would sit and listen to me play the piano. Never. Occasionally. But they would never really want me to perform for them. It wasn't until company came over. Oh, Ryan, play something on the piano. We're so proud of you. You see how pride masquerades as sacrifice? My parents, bless their hearts, they didn't intrinsically enjoy hearing me play the piano. They like showing me off. And that's where selfishness comes in. Showing off. Look how much I gave. In the churches, there are plaques and banners and buildings naming the donor. That's always saying, look at me, look how much I gave. I am gaining favor with the God in the sky. I've got big rewards coming when I die. But right now, I guess I have to be real miserable. I can't enjoy anything. A real philanthropist, a real selfless act is one that takes off the clothes. Anonymous. The secret joy would be giving without people knowing that you gave. That makes me giddy. It makes me giddy to give without any recognition at all. I even sometimes wish I could change my name and be nameless and faceless and speak like this. That's naked truth. That's serving your joy. And I think the winning combination is win-win. If you see that you want to help somebody, but it would make you joyful to cook, to build something, to create something, to fix something, then do it. But a lot of us give because we think God's watching. Society expects me to say thank you, or to you get into the shit like I invited her to my party and she didn't. She had a party the other day and she didn't invite me. That's selfish, bitch. That's egocentric, expecting something. Expecting something in return for what you've done or what has been done to you. We let that crap go. We hold no one in contempt because we do not have the right to judge. We can't see big enough to judge. How can we possibly judge this universe when we only see a narrow sliver of it? It may appear wrong, it may appear imperfect, it may appear unjust, but who am I? Who am I? A peon that cannot see the full totality of all of this. That's why anonymity is so cool. That's why Jesus said, when you give with your left hand, do not let your right hand know. Clean slate. Completely out of joy. I'm doing this now. I'm getting paid for this video right now. Before you or anybody else has watched it, I have received compensation in an immediate stroke of giving from a place of joy and fullness. If you benefit from it, great. But I won't sell myself out. I am immune to the critic, open to feedback, but immune to the critic. Immune to the feedback. In terms of reward, are you doing it for a paycheck? Are you doing it for the attention? Even if you say, I've sacrificed everything and nobody around here appreciates me, that's egocentric. That's selfish. And our culture with social media has made it too simple to boast. And that's what a post is. It's a boast. And before you pick up your phone, you ask yourself, do I really want to see what my friend Steven ate for breakfast this morning? Do I really want to open this app and see what I'm about to feed myself? Then you know the difference between a selfish desire and a selfless desire. A selfish desire is feeding yourself, which makes you crave more. Feeding yourself stuff that makes you feel icky. Doing stuff that makes you feel icky. That's selfish. Selfless is asking, do I want this? And a true selfless act puts a restriction on it. You love yourself too much to keep consuming mindlessly. You love yourself too much to do it habitually. That's where limit comes in. You love yourself so much that you have restricted yourself. Now think about that. How restriction is love. Setting boundaries is love. And serving yourself is love through a heart that is filled with joy, not pride. I remember one time, my dad had a friend over. And I had just gotten good at playing the piano. And of course, I was summoned from my room, Ryan, come play something on the piano for Mr. Such and Such. And I had just learned a piece which I loved. And it was a slow, kind of easy piece, and I loved it. I loved playing it, so I'll play that. And my dad said, you don't have anything that's more impressive? Let your kids show you what they love. Let people give what they love. Do not hold them in contempt if they give you something. Don't hold them in expectation if they give you something. You don't even have to say thank you. You don't even have to receive it. But we don't need to take offense if we offer and it comes back trampled upon. That's what the universe is. Universe is here. You can trample on it. Push it around. But what's interesting, it seems that preference for allowance is what this is about. Yielding. Accepting. and loving unconditionally. Sacrifice is selfish because it denies your joy now. It denies you the opportunity to serve yourself. And if you're participating in things that don't serve you, pay attention to how you feel. If you're on social media and you feel icky, turn it off. If you're drinking, smoking, whatever, and it makes you feel icky deep down inside, you're not serving yourself. You're denying yourself. Do only those things that feel loving, intentional, and joyful. Moment by moment. Don't let a moment go by that you don't serve yourself joyfully. And even saying the word no is loving. My name is Ryan Hebert. I hope you enjoyed these insights. Please check out my blog, mymorningmotivator.com.